My name is Dan Rotliano, and I'm the Associate Director of the Medical Leaves Administration. At our office, we're here to help anyone at Cornell who needs medical leave, whether it's to care for yourself or a family member with a serious health condition. We also assist both birth and non-birth parents with their options for parental leave. Plus, we're here to guide employees through the workers' compensation process. What makes Cornell unique is how we manage our leaves. We handle all short-term medical leaves through our own payroll, so you won't have to deal with an outside insurance carrier. Our goal is to keep this process as simple as possible. Since you stay on Cornell payroll, your benefits, pay schedule, and direct deposit continue without interruption. We understand that taking medical leave can be stressful, and we're here to help you through it. Now let's meet our amazing case managers who will walk you through the ways that they can support you.
Hello, my name is Lizzie Goggs. The Family and Medical Leave Act, or FMLA, is a federal law that entitles eligible faculty, academic appointees, and staff to take unpaid, job-protected leave for up to 12 weeks in any 12-month rolling back calendar period. This leave can be taken for specific family and personal medical reasons, such as to bond with a newborn, newly placed or adopted child, to care for a spouse, child, or parent with serious health conditions, or to take care of one's own serious health condition. The need for FMLA to care for a family member or oneself is endorsed by a healthcare provider to determine the length and frequency of leave required. Cornell administers FMLA leave by way of family health leave for family qualifying events and personal medical leave for one's own serious medical condition. Family health leave and personal medical leave can be used continuously or intermittently. However, if the length of time on personal medical leave is to exceed 5 working days, short-term disability will likely be the more appropriate leave designation. Here is the process for requesting and utilizing FMLA leave. Step 1. You'll need to provide appropriate notice in advance of your FMLA leave. We ask for 30 days advance notice for planned and foreseeable leave, such as bonding or surgeries. For unexpected leaves, please reach out to the MLA department and your supervisor as soon as possible. Step 2. Once MLA receives your request for FMLA, we will let you know if you are eligible for this leave, usually within 5 business days. To be eligible, you must have worked for Cornell for 12 months, which does not need to be consecutive, and must have worked 1,250 hours during the 12-month period immediately preceding the start of the leave. Step 3. If you are not eligible, we will provide you with an explanation as to why. If you are eligible, MLA will provide you with an eligibility packet with your FMLA rights and responsibilities and provide you with healthcare provider certification. This certification is not needed for bonding leaves, but it is needed for personal and family medical leave for a serious health condition. This form will need to be completed by your provider and returned to MLA within 15 days. Step 4. Once the medical information is received, or we have verified the information needed for bonding leave, MLA will provide you with a determination letter for your leave and outline the frequency and duration of the leave approved. Step 5. If your FMLA leave is approved, you can use this time outlined in the determination letter for intermittent use. You will need to follow departmental calling procedures and email MLA, your supervisor, and your local HR department with the information about the time off that you are using. This leave is unpaid, so you can use accrued health and personal time or vacation to receive pay. While on approved FMLA leave, those eligible are entitled to continuation of their benefits and will return to their same or equivalent job. If ongoing FMLA leave is needed, you will need to recertify by providing an updated healthcare provider certification. This may be required annually based on the start date of the leave or based on the need for leave timeframe outlined by the provider on the certification. Now, let's take a look at academic medical leave. When a non-work-related injury or illness or pregnancy-related medical condition prevents faculty or academic staff from performing their duties, Cornell provides short-term medical leave. This leave may extend for up to 26 weeks during any 12-month period and is determined by a healthcare provider. This leave may also be taken as a partial leave if the healthcare provider recommends a reduced work effort. If the need for medical leave extends beyond the 26-week short-term medical leave, eligible faculty and academic staff may be able to apply for long-term disability benefits. For questions related to the leave and disability accommodation options for faculty and academic staff, please reach out to me at eeg49@cornell.edu, and I'd be more than happy to help.
Hello, I am Shannon Burhans, and I am an associate for Medical Leaves Administration. I oversee Cornell's short-term disability and workers' compensation programs. The short-term disability plan provides partial income benefits for all non-academic Cornell endowed and contract college employees who are unable to work due to an illness or injury not related to or caused by their job. This program covers both benefit eligible and non-benefit eligible temporary non-academic employees. Cornell offers our benefits eligible non-academic employees 50% of their pay for up to 26 weeks of short-term disability. Non-benefits eligible employees are covered under the terms of the New York State program, which has a salary cap. To start the disability process for either program, you will need to submit an out-of-work note from your physician stating you are unable to work as of a specific date to your HR rep. There is a 7 consecutive day waiting period before benefit payments start. You are required to use health and personal leave to cover the waiting period. After the 7 calendar day waiting period, you will receive disability pay for the time you are medically approved as disabled from work up to a maximum of 26 weeks. You can use health and personal leave and vacation time to supplement the disability pay if you would like to. Please inform your HR rep if you wish to supplement from your accruals to receive full pay. Once that out-of-work note is received by your HR representative, they will complete a transaction in Workday, putting you on leave. MLA will receive notification that your leave request has been entered into Workday. At that time, MLA will email to your Cornell email address a packet of information and forms. There will be 2 forms, an authorization for release of medical information and a DB 450 notice proof of disability. You will have 30 days from receipt of the packet to return the forms to me. Once you are released to return to work, you will need to submit a return to work note to your HR rep. It is important to note that Cornell has employees across the United States. While most of our New York employees are covered under the terms of the programs I just described, there are a handful of other states which have their own version of paid family or paid medical leave. If you work in a state other than New York and you aren't sure whether your state provides its own paid family or medical leave benefit, you may contact Medical Leaves Administration. If you are covered under your own state's policy, we will be happy to direct you to the appropriate state agency which would receive your request for paid leave. Now, let's talk about workers' compensation. The eligibility for workers' compensation is very simple. If you are paid via Cornell payroll and you receive a W-2 from Cornell University, you are covered under workers' compensation. Workers' compensation exists to cover the cost of medical care if someone is sick, hurt, or injured due to their job. It also provides lost wage replacement if someone is unable to work due to a work-related condition. If you experience a work-related illness or work injury, Cornell policy requires that you notify your immediate supervisor within 24 hours of the accident. To file a claim for benefits, complete a Cornell accident report form, paying particular attention to the nature of the injury, lost work time, and medical treatment administered. In order to report the injury, you will need to log into the EH&S website. You will then click on the red box that says Report a New Incident. Click Accept to go to the reporting site. Click Report New Incident. Click on the top one, Injury, Illness, or Exposure, which will take you to the event report. Fill and complete all information. If you will be seeking medical treatment, please be sure to note that when asked. Medical Leaves receives a copy of all work-related incident reports, and we will contact you directly if we need more information. Otherwise, we will file the work-related incident report with the appropriate workers' compensation carrier, as they are different agencies involved depending on whether you are an endowed or contract college employee. The appropriate carrier will then contact you directly with more information about your workers' compensation claim and how to submit requests for reimbursement for any out-of-pocket costs. If you are taken out of work for a work-related injury, you will need to submit an out-of-work note from your treating physician to your HR rep so that they can place you out on the appropriate leave and workday. If you have any questions about either short-term disability or workers' compensation, you are welcome to contact me directly at sjb273@cornell.edu, and I will be happy to help you.
My name is Ryan Tomczyk, and I manage the New York Paid Family Leave Program. This leave is commonly called NYPFL, or PFL for short. New York State requires employers to offer this leave to our non-academic employees. NYPFL allows you to take up to 12 weeks of paid, job-protected leave to bond with your newborn child, adoption or fostering of a child, care for a covered family member with a serious health condition, or to assist with family situations when a family member is on active military service in a foreign country. NYPFL pays 67% of your daily average wage and is paid in full-day increments only. That means the smallest increment of time allowed under NYPFL is a full day of leave. You are able to supplement the 67% with your own accruals to receive full pay. Time paid as NYPFL will generally count under the unpaid federal FMLA because most leaves qualify for coverage under both plans. In order to qualify for leave under this program, if you generally work at least 20 hours a week, you must work at Cornell for at least 26 weeks before you become eligible to take this leave. The calculation for employees who work less than 20 hours a week is more complicated, but you become eligible to take the leave after you have actually worked and completed 175 days of actual employment. New York State specified that the paid family leave program is employee funded and that employers shall collect an employee contribution through a payroll deduction determined annually by the New York State Department of Financial Services. If you wish to take this leave, please fill out the PFL request form available on our website. All items on this form must be completed and submitted at least 30 days in advance of the requested leave. If less than 30 days advance notice is given, an explanation must be provided. Additional forms and supporting documents will be required depending on the type of leave that is being requested. These forms will be provided once the PFL request form has been received. It is important to note that this is a state-level program. What this means is that our employees working in other states with their own state-provided paid family leave or medical leave benefits will be covered under the terms of the respective state's policies. If you are unsure whether your state provides its own paid family leave or medical leave benefit, you may contact Medical Leaves Administration. If you are covered under your own state's policy, we will be happy to direct you to the appropriate state agency which would receive your request for paid leave. If you have any questions on paid family leave, please reach out to me at rmt224@cornell.edu. Thank you.
My name is Carol Nickerson, and I am a case manager in Medical Leaves Administration. I am here to talk to you about long-term disability. Cornell's long-term disability plan is fully insured and administered by New York Life. As case managers, our role is to assist with the application process and to serve as the main point of contact for employees applying for long-term disability coverage. To be eligible for long-term disability benefits, an employee must be in a benefits-eligible position. They must be on a medical leave, whether that be short-term disability or workers' compensation, for at least 180 days. And finally, the medical disability must be approved by New York Life. While an employee is on a medical leave, a case manager will reach out if it appears that the leave may continue for up to or beyond 6 months. This conversation provides an opportunity to discuss a potential return to work plan in conjunction with determining if it is time to begin the application process for long-term disability. The application is typically submitted approximately 3 to 4 months after the start of a leave. This is to allow enough time for New York Life to obtain necessary medical documentation. If long-term disability is approved, New York Life will provide up to 60% of the base annual salary on a monthly basis. This is taxable income, and there are other benefits that could reduce this payment. For example, workers' compensation or Social Security. Additionally, certain Cornell benefits can continue if long-term disability is approved. Please do not hesitate to contact Medical Leaves Administration if you would like more information regarding long-term disability benefits. You may call our main number at 607-255-1177 or email us at wcds@cornell.edu.
My name is Suzanne Carrero, and I'm a case manager in Medical Leaves Administration. Today, I want to give you a brief overview of ADA accommodations at Cornell University. Employers are required to provide reasonable accommodations for those with a disability. Disabilities may include mental or physical impairments that substantially limit one or more major life activities. Accommodations are meant to ensure equal opportunity in the job application process, to enable qualified individuals to perform the essential functions of a job, and to make it possible for employees with a disability to enjoy equal benefits and privileges of employment. Some examples of accommodations include physical changes to the workplace, such as a ramp or changes to the layout of a workspace, assistive technologies such as voice-to-text applications, accessible communication interventions, such as interpreters and captioning, and policy enhancements, such as allowing flexible scheduling to attend medical appointments and treatments. Cornell's Musculoskeletal Injury Prevention Program, or MIPP, is also available to all staff and faculty free of charge. MIPP can visit your office and provide a full ergonomic evaluation with suggestions for changes that could be supplied through the ADA process to enhance workplace access, comfort, and productivity. If you have a disability or medical issue for which you might need accommodations, please visit Benefits, Pay, and Perks to read about accommodations and find the accommodation request forms you will need to apply. One part of the application form is for the employee to fill out, and the other is for the medical provider to fill out. These completed forms should be sent to Medical Leaves, and a case manager will reach out to begin the interactive process. The interactive process includes discussing the request with both the employee and the department to determine potential impacts to the work and if there are additional or alternative accommodations to consider. Medical and diagnosis information is never shared with your department. Determinations are reached based on guidance from the Americans with Disabilities Act. Feel free to reach out to Medical Leaves at any time if you have questions about employment accommodations. The email address is wcds@cornell.edu.
We just covered a lot of information in a brief amount of time. What we want people to know is that Cornell has many different medical or family health leaves, which may apply in any given situation. It is okay if you don't know which leave might work best for you. It's our job to help you find the best leave for your situation. So please don't hesitate to contact any one of us if you have any questions at any time. We're happy to help. Thank you.